Hey guys, welcome back to another diecast video. This is another 124, as you can see, and I usually do open these before I do videos, just take them off the base, easier like that. Then I put them back in to kind of present them like this. This one ended up backwards, apparently I put it in that way. Anyway, this is Alex Bowman's 2019 Axalta Chicagoland win, autographed, one of 144 that are autographed like that. And because this is the autograph version, there's no, see in the render there's confetti on the windshield. I don't think there's confetti on the windshield. There's two different types of autographed versions. You have the ones like this that are produced autographed, meaning that basically the driver goes directly to Lionel, signs an unattached windshield, and then they attach it when they're making this car. So there's 144 of those, and then there's the ones that are signed after the fact, like this one I got from Plan B down here that does have the confetti on the windshield, and that's because even though it is an autograph version technically, it was signed after it was made. So this one was signed during production, so this will not have confetti on the windshield. 2019 race schedule, very relevant. And open it up because in the box it's just the same as it always is. Okay, there we are. Let's get any extra stuff out. Only thing left is the Lionel garage thing. We don't need that. All right. Okay, so I take that back. It does have confetti on the windshield and autographed in gold. I do remember though that there are autograph versions that Lionel makes where the confetti is not on the windshield. Okay, so I take back everything I just said before, but weird, because this is an official autograph version from Lionel. You did see that on there, so strange. Anyway, we'll get into the car here in a minute. This is his first career win. Cup win sticker. Alex Bowman, Camping World 400 winner, Joliet, Illinois, June 30th. The last, they didn't go to Chicago 2020, right? No. So this is the last Chicago race. Obviously, when I got this like a year ago, I didn't plan on it that way, but that's kind of cool. I got the very last, for now, Cup Chicagoland win. Alex Bowman, I see his car in the background. In the foreground, you have him posing with the Camping World 400 trophy. Bowman scores first career win at Chicagoland. Hendrick Motorsports driver Alex Bowman. Yeah. I forgot about the rain delay. So yeah, here you go. 2 hours, 50 minutes. Started 8th, 267 laps, 400.5 miles, 5 cautions, 25 laps. 88 laps led by winner. That's cool. And basically half a second. So anyway, on to the car. Of course, we're gonna do the race detail stuff first. There's another look at the autograph in gold. You see the confetti caked all over this thing. You see kind of liquids all over the grill there. You see liquids kind of dripping, celebration liquid. There's a little bit. Is that tape? I guess that's tape right there. It almost looks too big to be tape, but I guess it's tape. And you see confetti, red, white, and blue, confetti all over the place. This was kind of a 4th of July race. The last couple years, they had Chicago and Daytona as kind of like the patriotic weekends. And yeah, just, as you can see, caked all over. This is an ARC, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. So it's only hood and roof flaps that open. And yeah, you just see all the confetti all over. The back is pretty clean. All over the sides and everything. I guess I should show roof flaps. That was actually not hard to open for once. Hood does not open up very far. You see Nationwide, Lumar, Axalta, Valvoline, Wix filters underneath the hood there. It's your engine. He did do a blowout here, and I like when they do this. They actually scuffed up both rear tires, which is pretty cool. This is DIN 74 of 144, by the way. You can see the tire detail there, kind of scratched up. Even though he blew these tires out in the rear, Goodyear Eagles are still very visible there. Even have a little bit of confetti on it. But yeah, that's cool. You see the little chunks, and I have to be careful with this car because some of those chunks actually do, you know, come off if you like roll it around too much. So there's that. But yeah, race damage. Back to the blowout. He blew out the quarter panel. They actually did cut it, as you can see. You can kind of see inside. If it were an Elite, you would. That's where the fuel cell would be. But you can actually see inside there and see that because it's an ARC, there's absolutely nothing in there. It's just blank. That's cool that you can kind of actually see in there for once. So you can see the back view of the tire there as well if you want. But yeah, it's cool that they cut that off. That's the biggest amount of damage that ironically didn't even happen during the race, of course. You can see the little specks of dirt like right there. Of course, you always have a little bit on the tire, a little bit of something right there, some sort of mark, wheel rub, or whatnot. See here, I assume this was kind of pulled back, but in this case, they did cut it a tiny bit right there, but it looks like they mostly just blacked it out. And you do see more dirt and stuff around that wheel well. A little bit of dirt in front there, but really that's about it for damage. Like I said, pretty much all the damage happened after the race. Everything that makes this car so cool and unique happened after the race. You know, visual wise anyway. The story of the race is pretty cool, you know, it being his first win and all, but as far as visuals, you know, damage, dirt, confetti, everything after the race. If there was none of that, if he didn't do a burnout, if there's no confetti, it would just look like a standard car. Although there was a win sticker there next to his name, of course. I do like, I guess we should go over the paint scheme here. I do like how it sparkles, the blue paint kind of sparkles like that. It's not the stupid, not Galaxy, because this is kind of Galaxy and it looks good, but like what they used to do with the Chase Elliott cars, it was kind of a Galaxy, but it looked really terrible. In like every Napa car they made for him, it looked awful. But obviously they fixed that now. But this kind of Galaxy on this dark blue on the Axalta car looks great. But anyway, the paint scheme is just your standard Axalta. You have that dark blue, as I mentioned. On each side, you kind of have this red that starts up with a gray outline. Kind of goes into a spike past the number, kind of ends a little bit past the B post. A little white and blue. I guess that's more blue than gray, but have a little bit of that coming up, meeting with the spike. Then another orange spike, doing that through the middle of the number. And you kind of have the same design, but backwards in a way. With the yellow here, you have a little bit of spike that direction, coming up from the bottom, and going all the way pretty much to the American Ethanol right there. And again, outlined by that white and blue. Actually, you can see it better on this side. It almost touches the corner, but doesn't. And at the top, you have these little triangle spikes things outlined by that blue. You have the red, yellow, and red. Then it looks like that blue line for some reason extends all the way down the A post. I'm not really sure why it does that, but for some reason it extends all the way down to the A post. And that's pretty much the paint scheme. All the numbers are white with a black shadow outline. Axalta sponsor on the hood. Do have the NASCAR Salutes logo on the A post as well. As I said, patriotic weekend for the last few years has kind of been Chicago and Daytona, with 4th of July kind of being in the middle. You have Nationwide, Lumar, Valvoline, Axalta, Freightliner, Mac Tool, Siemens. Axalta Coating Systems, Valvoline. I see, now I'm looking at it, there is a little bit of damage right there, tiny bit. Nationwide is on your side on the deck lid, and Axalta Coating Systems on the roof. You can barely even see the word Axalta. But anyway, that is it for this video. Really cool car that, like I said, I've been hanging on to for a while. And yeah, other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.